Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to paint for you a picture on what exactly is happening inside the State House. By the end of this video, you will be able to have a clear picture on what Kenya Kwanza is and what happens behind the closed doors, what happens at night, what happens in meetings, huko ndani State House. That is why I'm here. Imagine of a case where you are a weak president having a weak deputy president. That is where Kenya is currently. Kenya is currently having a weak president with a weak deputy president. Imagine of a family where the husband is weak and the wife is weak. What will be the results of that family in 10, 20 years to come? Will we have kids who are morally upright in that family? Will we have kids who have finished college or university in that family? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, when you have a weak deputy president, as a president, it means you take over control of all activities for the government to ineffectively function because you are weak. You give instructions to your deputy, he goes out, does the opposite. You trust him from State House and tell him, we want to go and fight this fight together. He goes out there, does the opposite. Then here is a scenario where, as a president, you are forced, because you are also weak, you are now forced to run activities which eventually will be ineffective because you are incompetent yourself. This is exactly what is happening in the State House. Kindiki has been overwhelmed. He cannot be able to deliver the Mount Kenya votes back to William Ruto. Ruto has pushed him from State House, go and counter Rigathi. Ruto has tried his best to give him platform and money. Kama umeshindwa kwenda kuandaa mikutano ground, now call leaders to Karen. It didn't work. From the same State House, William Ruto has told him, if this didn't work, now what I want you to do, just go out in form of empowerment. Still, it's not working. As Kindiki does this, you know, Ruto cannot win this battle because he is overwhelmed and life is becoming unbearable as an incompetent leader. As Kindiki fails to deliver the Mount Kenya region, see, GACHAGUA is in the United States. Look at the kind of interviews he's doing. These interviews are well planned to discredit William Ruto's government. And GACHAGUA is injecting each and every day from the diaspora. Is meeting the Kikuyu community in the diaspora. As Kindiki is writing posts on Facebook, GACHAGUA is engaging with people in the diaspora. Now, as GACHAGUA talks to Kikuyus, Matiang'i is also in the US, also talking to his supporters. Martha Karua on the other side is also talking to his supporters. Look at how these people are planned. Back in Kenya here, Kindiki is giving food. Back in Kenya here, Kindiki is using a failed strategy that was used in 2022. Now, despite all these things, despite all these pushes, I'm just painting a picture of what is happening in William Ruto's presidency. Despite all this, Kenyans are waiting to hear the cost of unga has come down. The cost of gas has come down. The price of fuel has come down. Yeah? Kenyans are waiting. Kenyans are waiting to see completion of a road that was promised. Kenyans are waiting the free primary education and the free secondary education that was promised. Kenyans are waiting kuweka pesa mfukoni. But here, your deputy can't even deliver none. Is that English? Ladies and gentlemen, a failed leader cannot mobilize a winning team. Someone who has never gone beyond Nairobi cannot lead a team to Mombasa because he doesn't know the way. He's never been there. Hajui njia ya kwenda huko. How do you know that a failed, the products of a failed father can be seen in public? The products of a bitter fruit or a bitter seed. You cannot plant lemon and harvest machungwa, oranges. How do you tell the failed system from State House? Look at how Murkomen is running his things. Look at how he speaks in public. He is dishing policies to police right, left, and center. And those policies goes even against the Constitution. What does this mean? Failing began from somewhere. A failed leader cannot be productive to a productive team. If a leader is a failure, the team will also fail. Look at the fruits. Weangalia tumuru kwa vile anaongea. That is the product. Ni matunda ya baba. Ni matunda ya mbegu. Now, State House is all confused. Kila mtu anafanya vitu zake. Everyone wants to be seen in his own way. A night of terror, a night of confusion. A season of confusion, a season of failures. In fact, let me tell you, Kenyans, I might not become a politician in the near future, but as a political analyst, William Ruto's government imenifundisha mambo mengi sana. Mambo mengi sana. And the lesson I've learned from this government, they have become a very good example that we are going to use in future of how not to govern a country. Itatusaidia sana. Tutakuwa tunaitumia in classes of politics. And tukifundisha watoto wetu na wajukuu wakati nimezeeka, I'll be giving them an example on how not to lead a country, and William Ruto will be my first perfect example. With videos. I'll do that proudly. As we approach 2027, don't expect anything good to come from these individuals. They are all confused. They can't deliver. They can't rule themselves. They can't lead themselves. They are all confused. A good government must have a central place of communication. When the president goes out, he speaks exactly what the deputy speaks. William Ruto says, I have employed 320 youths. Kindiki anasema ni 300,000. So who is confused? A genuine government, State House must have a central point of communication. Ile rais anasema ndio deputy atasema. Ile deputy atasema ndio CS atasema. Ile CS anasema ndio Ruto alisema. Yani, it's a one message that is the same throughout all the people in the executive. Awe msemaji wa serikali, awe ni Mama Rachel, awe ni Ruto, awe ni Kindiki, awe ni nani. As long as this person plays a role in the executive, they should have one message. But how do you notice lies? Kindiki anasema yake, Ruto anasema yake, MP anasema yake, yani confusion galore. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. It is one term siku zote. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.